Well met and happy Medieval Monday. I thought today we would continue our conversation about everything food. And it's finally spring in my game. So we are going to start constructing some new gardens so you can see how that all works. Let's get into it. I already have a garden over here. Move the trees. Maybe. There we go. So I've got all my different plots laid out. But if you've never gardened before, I thought we would start from scratch. Eventually, my massive fortress construction project is going to move all of these stockpiles. So I'm going to shrink them a little bit so we can use this area for planting. And if there's nothing in them, I'm just going to dump them for now. Okay. Now, remember when I said that terraforming was like a nice to have for gardening? This is why. You can only plant, you can only build gardens in appropriate ground types, meaning soil. So if I want to build a garden here, I will first have to dig it up. Let's do some terraforming and get this rocky soil out of the way. One thing about this is important to remember, if any dirt gets in the bottom of these holes, you can't put anything in it until the dirt is removed, so just know that and be careful. Once that's there, we will put a block of soil in there. If you put your gardens inside walls, they'll be more protected from hungry animals. Which is why my existing garden has like this dirt wall all the way around it. For one, it keeps wild animals out, and for another, it's just kind of a nice place to shoot people from. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We'll get this dirt out of the way here. And put another block of soil in. Alright, so once you have unlocked agriculture, which honestly should be like the second thing you unlock, you'll have this new zone menu, and any seeds that you have, so cabbage, carrot, and beet you have to trade for. Flax, barley, herbs, and red currants you can find on the map and harvest them yourselves. So let's do a cabbage plot and some carrots. And it's good to use someone with high skill sets in botany like Indigo, but of course she's asleep because I want her to do something. So Steven here is my after hours botanist. We're gonna have him do some gardening. And I don't know why, but you can't prioritize gardening. Like, I can't come over here and say immediately plant this field or this tree. So we're really just kind of at the mercy of the settlers on that. So we'll give them some time. Luckily, I have the power of editing and can speed this up. And you always need more flax and more barley than any other gardening item. Because flax makes your clothes and barley makes beer and ale. Oh, I missed a square. Tisk tisk. And of course, you can always expand or shrink your gardens, just like you can a stockpile. Now, a very nice interior garden if it ever gets planted. Yes, Stephen is finally gardening. So he's planted some carrots and our cabbage. You can see they start out as little saplings, and as they grow, you can control when they get harvested. So if I click on it, over here you can tell them not to harvest it when it's growing, when it's ripe, when it's flowering, or when it's going to seed. So if you want to keep producing seeds, I recommend you take a spot or two and select going to seed or flowering, because it'll produce more seeds that way. You'll get less vegetable but more seeds, so that you can continue to produce your own food. That's actually how I have too many seeds. So if I go over to my primary garden, this patch is going to seed now, but I've got a couple that are set to not harvest until they go to seed, and that's how I have so many seeds. The exception to that is you can't do that for flax, and you can't do it for barley. And I don't think you can do it for apple trees either. Huh. You can wait until the trees are dead to cut them? I didn't know that. Yeah. Right. Be like, don't cut this tree. Cut it when it's fruitless. Yeah, so when your apple trees stop producing fruit, then they will cut them down. And red currants, you can't tell them to wait until it's going to seed, because they don't really go to seed. The fruit is the seed. Alright? Herbs, I think you can. It just has to be right. So that is how to garden. Your Why is he hungry? He should just eat. Like I said, sometimes they forget to eat or drink or sleep, so keep an eye on him, unlike what I did. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. So if you run out of seeds, okay, out in the wild, you will see flax, barley, sometimes apples if you're lucky, and then you can harvest them and collect the seeds from them in the wild. The flax, barley, sometimes apples, and herbs. Alright. Ooh, and there's a new animal, so check out my shorts feed and check out the new animal, which requires animal handling level 30, which I don't think I have yet. but I'm excited because I want a pet. All right. See you next time.